G'day Spurs fans, Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. And what a day, what a day. It's match day, folks. It's match day. No more sleeps. The boys are kicking off in around about 8 hours in Perth. I'm in the Blue Mountains at the moment. Beautiful sunny day here. Lots of weirdly coloured birds flying around, but of course as soon as I switch the camera on they all bugger off, don't they? What's latest in the news? Well, I see today that Bayern Munich's owner is coming out and he's moaning about all the press coverage. He's saying, oh, this ain't fair. All this press talk about Harry Kane and us wanting him is just putting the price up. I'm not happy with it. It's like, dude, well, stop talking about it then. Get your German papers pulled back into line because they're the only ones going on about it. And maybe, maybe let's talk Turkey. Let's do a deal. Put it there, man. 100 million pounds. That's what we're looking at, nothing less. What the cheek! What the hide of the man to say he's unfair. He doesn't like the press conference when it's all been coming from him. Just keep stum, mate. Keep stum. You're digging your own grave here, mate. Journalism, though. I noticed within like 2 minutes, I saw one report saying that Harry Kane, PSG are interested in him for a swap with some cash, some hard currency, and Xavi Simons. And then in the next minute, Xavi Simons might be going to RB Leipzig or something like that. So I think basically all journalists have already been replaced by AI, ChatGPT. This is what's happened. And these things are just churning out every possibility of what might happen. There's probably a story out there that Harry Kane is going to be signed by Guangzhou FC or something like that. And then it's down to us, the punters, the muppets on the internet. Which one do we click most? Well, that becomes the news, doesn't it? We're living in a complete postmodern world where journalism doesn't even have to barely resemble anything in reality. They can just make it up and we decide. We decide what's the news. Isn't that ridiculous, man? Danny Blanchflower back in 1962 had a few things to say about the standard of football journalism. He said, why would a football fan in Moscow be interested in what someone's wife's doing in Leeds? And times haven't changed. I bet even he didn't predict how bad it would get, where it's not even people writing these stories anymore. It's a computer program, and I'll just call it a computer program. Everything's called AI these days. It's not AI, it's just a computer program. Can't think, can't make a cup of tea, doesn't know it knows. It's not Homo sapiens sapiens, the man who knows he knows. It's just nothing. So, I don't know. I'm just despairing of looking through Twitter at the moment. But back to the boys tonight. The press coverage here, it being Australia, soccer is still frowned upon, I'm afraid. Still frowned upon. It's becoming apparent to me. Ange Postecoglou mentioned it in his press conference when Australia won the 2015 Asian Cup under him and Miller Jedinak as captain. It barely caused a ripple here, and that's the state of the game here. Not only have we got Tottenham and West Ham over here at the moment, and West Ham is not getting a mention anywhere at all. If there is a mention, it's just about Ange coming home with Tottenham Hotspur. Barely that, barely in the news. But we've got the Women's World Cup starting in 2 days. I can't hear any buzz, see any excitement. Maybe outside of Channel 10. Channel 10 have got the right. Channel 7 have got the rights to it here. So maybe the other channels are just keeping quiet so that they don't lose viewers. But you'd still expect to see something on the news about it, given that especially Australia arguably has one of the best female soccer players in the world, Sam Kerr. Nothing. So soccer still has a long way to go in this country. But that won't affect the boys tonight. I saw videos yesterday. They had a traditional welcome to country from the local Aboriginal people there, which is very cool to see. And the Spurs boys played it, gave it the right amount of respect, which is great. And they will probably be having their pre-match breakfast right now, and slopping off over to the Wacker or whatever sponsor it's called this year. I don't know, was it Optus? It looks like every bloody stadium in Australia is called Optus Stadium. How are you supposed to find it? at least when stadiums were called stadiums like White Hart Lane and we had Stadium Australia, the Olympic Stadium. Now it's all sponsor of the week. You've got no hope of finding them. So it's probably people that have turned up to Optus Stadium in Melbourne somewhere and they got the wrong bloody city altogether. But I saw them training out of the Wacker, saw them playing a bit of cricket. I'll give them that one. Don't like all this cross-sport training. It didn't do England very good, kicking a football around before the second test, before Bazball lost us yet another game. I don't know. But tonight, I cannot deny, man, I am super excited. All the anticipation and excitement for seeing what Spurs are going to do under Ange Postecoglou, see what players are going to just play out their skins, because there's going to be some. Remember I said the other day, Ange improves players. Oh, there's a cacophony of birds around. Isn't that lovely, eh? Good old nature, eh? All of the anticipation I have watching this new look Spurs side on the Ange Postecoglou choo-choo, woo-woo, destination glory, far outweighs any other disappointment I've got at the moment. Yeah, I know we ain't got centre-backs, but, you know, I'm sure it'll get sorted. Otherwise, Ange might have one or two words to say. He might be on the phone. You know, we kick off at 8 p.m. here, Sydney time. I reckon by the time we get to 10 o'clock, he'll be knocking on Levy's bedroom door. Hey, Daniel Coys, knock. Yep, pull the trigger on a central defender. The ones we got are crap. Okay, all right. My wife's just stroking my leg at the moment, but I'll get onto it. You know, it's daytime in England, and maybe by tomorrow we'll have Tapsoba or Van der Ven or Ito or anyone. I don't care, just someone. But for tonight, I'm looking forward to it. The anticipation is incredible. Will we beat West Ham? I don't know, man. Obviously, I want to beat West Ham, and I want to do it with style. But it's the football I want to see more. I want to see Tottenham play like Tottenham. It's not much to ask, is it? We've been asleep for 4 years. Now it's time to rattle the cages, dust off those football boots, get all that grimy slime from just standing all that mould just hanging around your own goal, just mould and slime and just decadent, obnoxious, arrogant football. And it's going to be proper, go at them, front foot, never stop, 10-0 kind of, or 10-5 or 10-9, who gives a shit? I want to see all that back at the moment, and that's why I'm excited. So good luck to Ange Postecoglou and his blue and white army tonight, man. And as always, peace and love to you all, and come on you Spurs.